Okay, we are 60 seconds away, 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you're here for the first annual Syn the Planet ride, and I have about 45 seconds until this thing officially starts. So thanks for coming along. Now, a lot of you had questions about Miss Yamimoto, because you know she's been down for some time. 30 seconds until this thing starts, and yeah, she has, but she's back. She's good. Over the this period of time, she's been down for what, I don't know, a good month and a half, 2 months almost, which has been an eternity. But during that time, 15 seconds. During that time, I made some modifications, made some changes, that sort of thing, and she's here tonight. She's ready to go. We got 5 seconds till this thing starts, and here she is in all her glory. Like I said, I've had to modify some things, like everything, pretty much. Yeah, she's not up and running yet, but thankfully, and we are officially on a go here, ladies and gentlemen, for our Syn the Planet ride. So let me just go over to my Eat Sleep Ride app and activate. Bing. And there we go. We're rocking. So my ride will be monitored tonight by Eat Sleep Ride, and you guys can check it out if you want to. And now back to Miss Yamimoto. Yeah, this is not her. She is still in pieces. I'm waiting for a specific part to come. It'll be here eventually, but she couldn't make it tonight. So a friend of mine, Gordon, was kind enough to offer his bike to ride, and it is a TTR 200. I don't know what year it is. I did know it one time, but hey, I have a hard time remembering my wife's own birthday, so don't give me too much of a hard time for not remembering the year of the bike. So let's get on the road and get rocking and rolling. Now, I'm totally new to this bike. It's like wearing somebody else's underwear. Not that I've ever done that to compare it to, but seriously, it's different. So I might miss second a couple times because the shifter's a little bit higher than I'm used to, and it's not fuel injected, so it's not as responsive. It's old school. Let's put it that way. So let's get going here. One thing I'm kind of concerned about, not concerned about, but more like could be a possible issue, is the fact that because it's 3 a.m. there is a tendency not to be many vehicles on the road except for people like me and police and drunk people. And I was just thinking about those people back there staring at me because I was talking to myself. But whatever. So I'm hoping I don't get pulled over mid-ride to be checked up on. So back to the subject, or back to the original topic, which was the Syn the Planet. And this comes from, this brainchild, this whole idea comes from Docman Rides One. And I'll put a link up here somewhere in post, and you can check out his channel. He's from back east, Eastern Canada, and really good guy. Came up with this idea. It's been over a year since he talked to me about it, and he bounced some things off me, and I said, yeah, that'd be great. That sounds like a great idea, which it is. And it offers people around the world. If you're watching this and you don't know what it is, I'm going to tell you right now. First, I got to remember where his blinker's at. It offers people around the world, riders, the opportunity to ride at the exact same time that the rest of us are riding, doing their thing. Flashing red and blue ahead, so I hope I don't have to go through a roadblock. Not that I've been drinking or anything. So right now it's 3 o'clock in the morning on the Pacific Standard Time. Docman Rides, it's 6 o'clock in the morning where he's at, and So we are riding at the exact same time. As well, then we've got, I think, XXX Deadhead down in California is riding right now. We've got our man Everride, who is riding down in St. George, Utah. And a whole lot of other riders around the world, including, just talking to Docman tonight, we've got a rider in China, and I think another one in South Korea, which is crazy. And there's more riders, I just don't have them all memorized. I think there's, forgive me, Oz rider, I can't remember exactly what, I can't remember your name. That's because I'm too busy riding this bike and hoping that I don't screw up and stall it in front of you. So, anyways, there's all these different riders that are riding around the world, and I've already passed 2 police officers. I'm just going to put my camera down a little bit, let you guys see a little bit easier. Is that alright? Anyways, so it's a very cool idea. And Docman Rides one has come up with a great idea, and I think next year and the year after that you're going to see this get bigger and bigger and bigger. And we Eat Sleep Ride app is sponsoring it, and all the riders that are riding right now are running the app and tracking their routes. So essentially we're able to ride at the same time and talk about, you know, whatever we want, whatever subject we would like to talk about. And I know Docman, he's going to be riding and talking about post-traumatic stress syndrome. He was in the Canadian military, and he himself has dealt with a lot of stress and depression and anxiety and things like that. And he works with other members of and former members of the military to help them in that regard. Does a lot of work for the cause. And then as well, our man Everride, I'm pretty sure he'll be talking about depression, which is a topic that's close to his heart, and he's got a lot of insight on that topic. And myself, you know, I had several topics that I wanted to talk about. And you know, I had another thing I wanted to talk about before I went into my topic. Totally forgot. I was going to write a list. I was going to write a Chase on 2 Wheels cheat sheet and put it down on my tank. Moving. But I forgot. I thought, oh, no worries. I can remember that. I didn't. So I'm just going to go right into the topic that I quickly want to cover as we drive along the parkway here. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Am I going to hit every red light? Because I know this is going to turn red on me. I drive through here in rush hour traffic and don't get red lights. So, I guess what I'd like to talk about, another police officer right there, in an undercover van, is just being, as individuals, more aware of the people that are around us. Those people that we interact with every day, and people that we, you know, have in our communities, people that are at the till when we go and get our, you know, fast food or restaurants or whatever the case may be. I think as a society we're losing. Oh, that was my downshift, and that was ugly. We're losing, especially in our youth, the ability to be nice. To be nice to people. To be nice to people for the sake of being nice. Come on, Kim, find a gear. So, for example, For example, you know what it is? It's my friggin' brake there. That doesn't look suspicious at all. The cop's gonna think I'm trying to avoid him. My brake lever here, when you press on it, it sometimes has a little friction, and it'll hold pressure on the front brake there, which is what I was struggling with back there. The front end kept diving down. It's gonna be hard to get through this topic. Everywhere I go and look, there's police cars. I'm not guilty of anything, but I get so nervous because I just don't want to get pulled over and lose all my talk time, which I am now wasting talking about my anxiety about getting pulled over. For example, you know, a couple years ago we were in McDonald's, picking up McDonald's for our kids, and so we had all our boys and my wife are there, and we're standing there at the counter, and this young guy, he's probably, you know, 22, 23. He's standing at the counter. He's got biking shorts on, and he's got the whole deal, you know, the biking shoes, and they clip in and yada 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 yada. And he's leaning over the counter, and there's this young girl behind the counter. She's got to be like 16 years old, barely. Small, short, and she's got this look on her face like, I'm so sorry. And he was like raising his voice about the dumbest thing, which was something like, I didn't ask for onions on my burger, why can't you get the... And we walk in as this is going on, and I stand there, and there's people everywhere. Like, there's people all standing around watching this happen. And I didn't think about doing this, it just happened. And I think it's because I'm a dad. And sometimes when, as a dad, you see dumb things happen, you just sort of hear yourself use your dad voice. And I said to him, in my dad voice, and I'll try to do it without, you know, hurting myself, "Hey!" And he stopped, and he turned around, and I go, "Knock it off." And he says to me something lame like, "Oh, they can't even get the orders right." I said, "Is it worth standing there and making yourself look stupid, yelling at a girl doing her job? Well, why can't they?" I was like, "Dude, just knock it off." And he just sort of turned away from me, and the burger came back, and then he took his stuff and went for the door and left. And there was an old guy there, old school guy, and he looked over at me and gave me the nod of approval and said something like, "Good job," or something to that effect. Now, that's not, the story's not about me talking to this guy, and that's not what I'm recommending. In fact, later my wife said, "Please don't do that anymore." What it's about is people's complete lack of empathy or understanding, or just this self-centered mindset that some people had. Not everybody. I'm not saying the youth of today are done, because I do not believe that. But people get at times so wound up with me, they forget that the other fleshy, meaty things wandering around that are, well, they're people, right? And they have emotions and feelings and that sort of thing. So, take a second, all right? Just take a moment. It doesn't matter, even if you're really justified, even if there's this, like a, am I stopping here? Yes. Even if you are justified, you know, the guy just comes over and you know, he bumps into you and knocks over your drink or whatever. Just be chill. Just be relaxed. Be cool about it. Don't lose your head over something stupid. Like, and it doesn't matter to me, you know what, the law might be 100% on your side. Like, I read an article a couple weeks ago about 2 people who broke into a guy's house. I guess he was in there. They heard him. They took off out the door, and the guy gets his pistol, and the woman's yelling, don't kill me, I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant. He shoots her in the back, and I think he shoots the other guy as well, as they're running off his property. Okay, you know what? It's just uncalled for. That was a mosquito that I'm choking on. It's just uncalled for. I don't care that you have the right to defend your property. Well, you're not defending your property. You're shooting somebody in the back as they're running. It's not like that person's coming at you with a knife or has somebody in your family in a neck hold. That person is running away. I'm kind of going to extremes here, from McDonald's to shooting somebody in the back. But perhaps as a society and as individuals, and I mean that's where we have to start as individuals, is that we just take some time to think about what we're about to say or what we are about to do. A 5-second, you know, hey, where is this going? And if you feel yourself getting hot about something, just take a moment and relax. Think it through, just momentarily. And a lot of times if we do that, we'll discover that, yeah, this is not worth getting all fired up about. So, I know. It's probably not you that I'm talking to. So, anyways, that's what my little message for tonight would be for this, my first Syn the Planet ride on my borrowed TTR 200. I'm starting to get this bike down now. Just take things a little bit smoother, a little bit easier. Don't be so quick to freak out on people, because in the end, it doesn't matter what the situation is, you end up like looking like a dork as well, you know, like. And well, you know, I guess the finger is turning on me here after I kind of gave that guy the gears, but I was giving them the gears because of the look on that girl's face, and I didn't think that was right. And you know what? Someone could do a vlog about this and say, you know what, Ride Victoria, you suck. I'm sure somebody will, and probably somebody has. I just haven't found them yet. Anyways, that is going to be all for tonight. I appreciate you riding along with me. Miss Yamimoto will be back, I promise. She just needs to be put back together, and there's one little part that has to go in that's not ready. So enjoy yourselves, be good to yourselves, and just be nice. Very simple, be nice. Thanks for riding with me. We'll talk to you later. Bye.